accent, of course, but
Right. I mean, if you give me an Australian accent, if you give me like one phrase to say, then I'll say it and we'll do that.
Okay. Maybe to say how you going.
No, I can't do that one. It's not gonna work.
Okay. Uh.
Good day, mate.
Well, g'day, mate's good. You did that really well.
Did I?
Yeah, you did incredible. Sorry,
You,
for interrupting before. By the way, with you were talking about favorite songs. What
oh
were
no,
you
I
saying
just
that
wanted.
yours was?
I was wondering if you guys. Okay, let's. You want to play a game? Does anybody else? How can we like? How can we do this? Where? Cause see, I want to do my own platform. I think it'd be fun if we do
Yes.
something where I can do games and like with like lamb centric games. Like what would you rather be? Who would you rather? This that. Like if you could only have one day of the year, would it be whatever? If you could only
like
live at a
like battles
beach
or
or
something like that.
if you can only have listen to one of my songs or something, like have
Okay.
it go down in history as the only song I ever made, what would it be?
That's so hard though. Like, don't you think that each song of yours has a different mood? That
Yeah.
like it's hard to pick just one. But I think for me, it's so hard. I think breakdown. But then I don't know. It's too hard because then I think about some of the bigger. I can't. The whole Butterfly album is a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Honestly, like the way you can write that is just a gift. I can't even express. What about you? What would you pick?
I don't know. Like I would have to have a few more, but I can't be the only one to answer. I need okay, how about this? How about we do like top three and those are the only three we can have.
Okay. Well, I feel like I'm the only one talking. Does anyone else want
Yeah,
to
does
talk,
anyone else
guys?
want to say something?
I'd like to speak, but I dipped out, so I couldn't really hear what the question was. But hey, Mariah, it's Chris from Ireland.
Hey Chris.
How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. How are you?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. Hoping to
Good.
get up past all this COVID mess. Got my first vaccination there the other week, so.
Oh, I know. What did you think of my vaccination video?
It was so funny. I wish I could have taken a video myself, but they wouldn't allow me. So, but yours was epic, as
Oh, they didn't
always,
let you.
as always.
Oh, thank you.
What are we
How did
doing? Are
you?
we doing the top three albums? Is
I
it?
said we did the top. Well, no, I think we could do like top three. We don't. We want to do top three albums. Like, here's the
Okay.
thing: if you only, if I can only keep top like the top three of the new album, one is which one is as yet being recorded. Let's say I'm not saying it's an album. I'm just saying like something, and then one is like Daydream, and one is Merry Christmas. So you're taking a gamble by not knowing, because I won't say it's an album. I would say it's an ongoing thing where I could redo stuff and do whatever, remake things, own my masters, like that kind of thing.
That'd be amazing. Is
Wow.
I don't. Are you? Is so? We'll just call it a project. We'll just keep it. You know. I don't know. Do you? I feel. Do you feel like? So are you saying that this project is like a? Did you say it's like a combination? It's kind of dropping out. I'm sorry. Like, is it a combination of different moments in your career? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not bringing anything that to the table. I'm just asking you, in this scenario, what would you
Oh, okay.
guys think? Like, oh, but also, did you guys see that thing with Shake It Off the other day? And if so, thoughts?
Okay. Do
I
you want me to
think
be
that
completely honest or no?
so funny.
Yes, yes, yes.
First of all, I
um.
think people overreact to things. I think that was, I loved your tweet. I thought the cover, that sample didn't do your song justice. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
I mean, in many ways, I think that the visuals were not enticing for me.
Mm,
Mm.
no.
Often imitated, never duplicated, Mariah.
I was just curious, but we love everybody, and they're welcome for a new career. So, what else
No.
is coming up for you?
Well, actually, Mariah, speaking of the recent Twitter stuff, sorry to interrupt, but that Brandy tweet made me very happy.
I love Brandy. I love
Mm.
Brandy.
She's
She's
so good.
such a great singer. I don't know. I feel she's underrated, but maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like I know how great she is at stacking vocals, and her tone is really beautiful, and I just I just love her. She's a great singer and a really good person.
Yeah.
She
I
would
think you
be.
guys will create magic.
Oh, your vocals both together would just be incredible.
Yes, we
Yeah.
need this. We need
No, we
Mimi
need
and
this.
Brandy.
We do, but it's a little project that I'm working on. I'm not, Laron's here. Say hi, Laron. She
Haley
won't probably say
Ron.
hi.
Hi,
I
What I'm
don't
Laurent.
think she
trying not
can.
to do is give away too much about whatever these little projects that I'm doing are, and then surprise you with them, because it's really a fun moment of just like creativity land. That's what I'm calling it. I'm like doing whatever. Like,
That's so
You've given
you're
us.
it's amazing because it's. I feel like when you're feeling inspired, you're unstoppable. Like that'd be incredible. So whatever you're working on, I'm sure we'll all love it. It'll be
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. You've given
no,
us
I
so
hope
much.
so.
And
Sorry,
Mariah, we
darling.
also know that you have to be cagey about what you say because sometimes other artists like to copy you a lot. So,
Mhm. A lot. A lot.
One
Uh,
of the things that I've noticed is everybody's opening their vaults now, Mariah. Ever since
Oh, really?
MC30, there's been so many artists that have been going back into their vaults and releasing stuff.
Well, that's great. Is it good?
we
Well,
don't know them.
it we 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 know where it started, and it wasn't from them.
No, got it, got it.
it's the
But
new
when
trend. It's the new trend. Mariah, I just want to say a very quick hi. My name's Treacle. I'm in England. Lots of love from England. And
England.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we love you here in England, of course. Lots of lamb love. And apologies, lambs, if this has already been asked. But Mariah, I have to just ask you, darling, what is occurring with MC30? Is she done, or are we coming back for another moment, maybe?
You know what the good thing about it is, she ain't going nowhere. She's right here. You're definitely gonna be here with me at Christmas, and you're definitely gonna have something brand new that I'm working on that can enhance MC30. Um,
Yay.
Wow.
and a couple of things, because you guys like are MC30, so we have to never let her go away.
Never.
I
Oh,
love that.
And
I've been loving each week's EPs and music video, just everything. The fact that you gave us, Underneath the Stars music video was incredible. Like that would have taken a lot to get that out of the vault. That was amazing.
Well, LeBron executive produced that, so you know we
Amazing.
have to say yay, LeBron.
Well done, Lauren.
And the Anytime I Need a Friend one as well, the Anytime I Need a Friend remix video. I absolutely love that. I've not seen that before, MC30.
The live one from the Tokyo Dome.
No, the Soul Convention remix one.
Oh, the Soul Convention remix. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was out. Like
Love
they
that version.
squashed that. The corporate people.
As always.
Are there any girls on with us as well?
I'm trying to find some girls to tell them to speak. There's a girl here called Olivia. Let me see if I can get her in.
Yeah, I saw Olivia and I was like, oh, do they have a thing when I was with Olivia Newton-John years ago?
That was iconic, by the way.
I couldn't believe it. Because as a little girl, I lived for her and I dressed up as her for Halloween. And it was just amazing that she came to my show. I couldn't believe it.
Mariah, she loves you. Like, she talks about you in Australian interviews quite often, and
She
whenever they
does.
ask, and she speaks so highly of you. She has so much respect for you.
Wow, I didn't really know that. Like, she's just been a really cool person, and it's nice when you meet somebody that you always admired. She has a
Yeah.
beautiful tone to her voice, and I know a lot of people are like, we like when you sing loud, we like when you sing soft, but it's always been a thing. I always loved singing softly as well.
Yeah.
So she was an
I'm
inspiration.
sorry. Mariah, oh my God. I am so excited. You are the reason I went to law school. Because of your
Mm-mm.
contracts? Absolutely not. I just finished my first year of law school because of
Mhm.
you. I took my last final yesterday.
Oh my gosh, where are you from?
I'm from Detroit. I've actually met you. We've had a very brief conversation. I met you in London in 2019, and I walked up to you and I said, "Oh my God, Mariah, I flew from London to see you." And you said, "Why did you do that?" And I was like,
Yeah.
because, like, who would not fly from Iowa to London to meet Mariah Carey? What are you talking about? And then we
Mhm.
took a picture together because, like, I went to your hotel because the friends I made
I
in London
remember
knew
we were
me.
at the hotel, and it was
Oh my God.
yeah. No, right at the hotel, and there were people like sitting around in the lounge, and
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then they made us all like stand outside, and then
And I
like
never tell them to do that. I never tell them to do that.
you never, and I knew, and then like my favorite part was like they were like, "Oh, Mariah is supposed to be going to a party," and you had a Rolls Royce with your face on it sitting outside, and then it was like 2 a.m. and you finally came out, and you were like, "I can only
Hello.
take a couple of pictures," and you looked directly at me and said, "I remember you," and came over and signed my picture. And I would never forget that moment. It was November 11th, 2009. I would never forget that. It was like the best moment of my life.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I don't
Hello,
remember the
Mariah.
Rolls Royce with my face on it, but yeah. Go ahead,
Can anybody
darling.
hear me?
I
I've
can. I
never
think
done
that's
this
I hear
before.
you, Max. I hear you,
Yeah, hey
Max.
Maxwell.
Hey, Max.
The collaboration we need.
I sent Maxwell a little bit of things tonight. Did you get what I sent you, Max? Or maybe he's gone. I don't know.
Mariah, can you hear me?
Max, are you
It's
there?
it's Maxwell. How are you? Hi everybody. Hi.
Hey, Maxwell.
Hey,
Hey.
Maxwell,
Hey.
legend.
I had to jump up in this. I could not be
Wow.
down. MC was
Wow.
good. You talking to the
Yo.
Aussies? I see you.
You see me, but can you see me there? Because
Yeah,
that is the place when I had the
hopefully one
best
day.
time ever swimming in the ocean, the Indian Ocean in Perth, Australia, on a
Yeah.
day when I had just became a butterfly on my butterfly
Woo.
tour. The first time I was able to go, and I remember one of the girls said she had a tattoo of me on her arm, and she said, "Take me out of here." And I was like, oh no. Everybody was like, why? What's wrong? But I went swimming with the dolphins, and I still have the pictures here at the house, and nobody's ever seen them before. So I'm like, I really wish that the true fans, the lambs, could actually see this, and I could put some music to it. It could be great. But trying to do all these things, you got to involve like 59,000 lawyers and whatever, and it's still the same thing with the artist situation. It's still the same thing. You got to deal with
Yes.
the corporate morgue, and it's like, Maxwell, you were like, oh, send me something, I want to do a collaboration, I'm a mad scientist, and I'm like, let's go. So you heard what I sent you. It's our Aries girl, and
Yeah.
and
You
then
know the
I'm not going to give it
Aries.
away. I'm typical Aries, and I'm not going to give it away, but it's a stone groove smash hit wonder, and I think you should play with it if you are indeed a mad scientist.
I'm
Everybody
about
tell
it.
Maxwell, make it happen, dude.
I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Make it happen. Like you mean
Let's
that
make it
one
happen
or?
together. Let's make it
I
happen.
see you
No,
up there.
I see you up there.
Yes, iconic.
I
It's
just want to tell you guys, this is the thing that as a person who was signed to a particular label with Mariah, who was working at a restaurant, never knowing, never even believing that I'd even be in a position where I would even get to know MC, as I call her, you know, especially now since we've become close and we're great friends now. Just how much of an impact that she had in bringing so many people together, and to see all of you here supporting her. I mean, geez, look at all these people. Damn, Mariah, how you do
I
this?
can't see how many
The
people are
lambs
on.
don't play.
We're just
I
The
happy to
mean,
be
lambs
with.
do not play.
I'm happy to
I,
be with 3 people, 4 people. I'm great. I'm so thankful for this moment because really we just I just have been saying for the past few days. It used to be. Am I boring you guys, or should I tell you this story?
No,
Go
go
No,
for it.
for
You're
it.
not
go
boring
on.
please
us at
tell
all.
Tell
us.
us.
Please tell us.
Okay, so like in my book, I talked about how I have this very dysfunctional situation that I emerged from. And, for me, it doesn't matter who knows who in this industry. Everybody knows everybody now. Everybody's in touch with each other. You can't trust anybody. And I wrote my book and I wrote my truth and I said what I needed to say. And maybe some people didn't agree with it. Maybe others were liberated from it, by it. And that was the point. As a woman in this industry, or as anyone that is anything that is considered other, that's why I
Yes.
wrote that book. That's what I'm talking about. So the stuff that I'm working on is varied and I'm excited and I would love to set up um sort of a like just like a let's do kind of like one of these discussions where it's cool, where it's just us and we're talking about different topics and we set a time. I'm very difficult to set a time with. I got to tell you guys. Maxwell knows. It's like it's like okay, we're setting this time. What time you want to do it? 6 in the morning, 3 in the morning. What are we doing? Um, you
All
know,
these, no cap. There is no lie here. Just
cap
saying.
might be a cap, but
Little cap,
No,
little cap.
no cap, no
I mean,
cap.
no cap, no cap. There is no lie. There is no lie. But being that we both record in the same way, we're like I'm Dracula. Sometimes I don't ever
No,
see
you called
the
yourself
light of
something
day.
else. You might as well say what you called yourself.
Mad scientist. I'm like
Uh huh.
downstairs with like all my potions, but my potions are musical notes. They're not
Mm-hmm.
actual potions. But
Mine are.
Mariah, but but I mean, look, I don't want to dominate this conversation. I
No,
saw
no,
this was
Maxwell, take
happening.
it over. You guys if Maxwell, you guys can talk to Maxwell. I'll go. I don't want to interrupt Maxwell's
No,
moment.
no, no. They
Both of you
came for
can stay,
you.
please and thank you. We love this discourse. We love this interaction. Both of you can continue. We would just listen because this is iconic.
I think there's a
Oh no.
bigger moment though, because I don't think it's fair that we don't have like all the lambs of the land represented. Like
I
'cause-
I
yeah.
wish we had more lambs. I like honestly, I will say thank you to Mariah Australia because I tweeted like 10 minutes ago. I was like, listen, there's never any ethnic lambs that get up and speak to Mariah on these spaces. So first of all, Maxwell, you are an icon, especially in my house growing up. Pretty Wings, one of my favorite songs of all time.
Pretty
Oh,
wings. Maxwell, you know
Oh,
what I sent you tonight? Didn't I send you? I know I'm not gonna say it. I'll send you later. But yeah,
yes, yes,
I
yes,
think I left
yes.
your song. I left your song out, but I was hearing it first, and then I knew it was gonna work. But whatever. You have perfect
Yes,
pitch, so you know.
we have a surprise for you all. That's all I have to
Maxwell sends
say.
me. Which one do you like? I have perfect pitch, so I can tell. I was like, okay,
I mean, it's actually like it's not something that I'm happy that I have because sometimes like
dude.
I'm
Do you think
listening
that
to
I don't have
records.
it? I don't. I can hear it. Same thing. I
No,
just
no,
don't
you
always
have
sound it.
it. No, you have it. It's so funny when you talk to Mariah and you talk about all of the songs, and she's always asking me like, "Do you know this song?" And I'm like, "If I mean, I guess you'd have to be living under a rock to not know this song." And people don't realize just how much she puts into the stacking of the vocals, the writing, the direction, instructing the musicians who respect her immensely, and follow her lead. And then also how, in many ways, she's so collaborative. She's anytime she works with people, she's trying to uplift you. You get, I don't know, there's like these two sides to Mariah that we see in the media. There's the darling Mariah, you know what I
You
mean?
love
And then
me.
I love you. I love all sides. I love both. I love all your personalities, every part of
Well,
you.
I've
You're the
looked at
greatest.
life from both sides now. Can you name that? Joni Mitchell.
Exactly. Dag. There we go. Encyclopedia again. But I'm just saying that, so many people walk away from an experience with Mariah benefiting so much more than they could have ever imagined. And I remember when we were just starting out and, I was so afraid to even walk towards her because it was like, it's Mariah Carey. You know what I mean? Like, and then you realize you meet, and then you're like, yo, she's a down ass, I
You know,
won't say the rest.
I've
Don't
always
say the
gotten the
rest.
impression. I've always gotten the impression like if you can get in a situation with Mariah where there's no cameras, because you know how we feel about cameras, and there's no media
Mhm.
around, she's out like as we say in the hood, she's
Yeah.
mad regular. Like you could just have a conversation with her and it's chill. But like the media does this media thing, and they do what they do.
They do what they do, and they pit people against each other, and they want to see you say things against your colleagues, your community of musicians. And I always feel like in so many ways when I look at a lot of what Mariah's gone through is, and she's an absolute survivor. I mean, so many people have betted against her, and then every time she just proves them wrong. And I think in some ways that's probably the fuel to her fire, but like in real truth, she honestly just wants to bring joy to people. She really just wants to bring as many people together, show people that her experiences, that they're not alone, that what she's been through, that what you've been through, we're all the same, that whatever we are, all our versions of blackness, because I always talk about that, you know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Hmm.
And that
That video though, that video.
yeah, that video was like facts on. I mean, she dropped. So, yeah. So that said, I've always said to Mariah, I think that you were a lesson to the world. I think
I
that you
mean,
came to be a lesson to the world about what blackness is
Yeah,
and
he said
what,
yes.
you were. He said you were. It can be produced posthumously. Yes, but okay.
yeah.
Don't even get me started. I don't know if I can speak for every lamb that's here, but Mariah, you are my Marilyn Monroe. Like the way you talk about Marilyn Monroe and the meaning of, as
Yeah.
soon as I read it, I was like, yo, this is how I feel about you. Like, how do you not see that this is how people feel about you, sis? So if for some reason Monroe
100%.
don't get that piano, I'm getting that piano on
Oh
everything.
my gosh, it's a thing, you guys. It's a real thing, and I thank you for saying that because I feel like it represented Maryland on a different level. Like when I bought it at Christie's years ago, I don't know years, but I bought it at auction, and I said my decorator was there, and I said, you know what, you stay there until I get that piano because I don't care about the dress. Happy birthday, Mr. President. That's a dress. She took it off. She put it's off. Okay, it's iconic. But the piano represented her childhood and represented what she didn't have as a kid and the foster homes and the abuse and all the things she endured. And when I was a little girl looking up at her poster, um, because she died long before I was born. But there was some sort of a feeling like that I related to in terms of like a sadness that she had and vulnerability. And
Mhm.
I but this beauty, this icon. And I'm not saying that that's what I was, but I'm saying it gave me hope that I could come out of my circumstances and do something with my life. So that's why I rescued a white piano this for the second time, because in her autobiography, she rescued a white piano, and that's the first chapter of her autobiography. So it's mine now, and we'll
And,
all
and
figure out where it goes.
and
Yeah.
I've played it, y'all. I've played that piano.
So now
Wow.
I'm doubly getting that piano. Like I don't know. Listen, like I
You
said,
did
if
not
it's
play
not an
that piano,
heirloom to
Maxwell.
Miss
Well,
Roro because
I did a couple
You
little
might have
blah
hit
blah
one
blah.
note. So I wouldn't let anybody in that piano. You probably played one note,
I
but it's
know.
okay.
And then the security, like, kicked me out.
Yeah, the security was like, I don't think so, dude. We love you, Maxwell. Pretty wings and all of that. But you can't play that piano. Ascension, ascension, ascension.
Yeah, rise up, rise up. Oh wow, I've never been on anything like this, and like I'm just like scrolling through stuff, and I'm like, oh yo, they do this on this, and then here it is, and this is a testament to what makes you so special. Many things that make you so special is how you always want to connect with the people who have brought you to where you are. That you always
And
want
I
to.
you being one of those people, and the fact that I love you and how much you've been a supporter of me for all these years is amazing. But what I was trying to say also is like I was doing this when people were like, why do you talk to your fans like that? There was no social media. they would be had to drag me away from fans that I would meet on the street, meet at they'd be at a restaurant. Can you sign this? Whatever. I would just be like, okay, I'm here after a show, whatever it was. And I said, you don't understand. You can never get in between me and my fans. It's not a joke. Like, and I don't know if anybody gets that old school mentality of how things used to be, because now it's like you DM somebody, it is what it is. But back
Right.
then, the lamb saved my life.
I know.
And
I
you
know.
saved ours, Mariah. I mean, the thing about I was just listening to your voicemails the other day, actually, from the website, and
Yeah.
so you talking about wanting to create this space again for us is uber exciting, because this was back in the day when you used to write letters at the fan club, and there was the
Yeah.
street team, and you were on the website on the forum, just like replying to messages and interacting with us in this completely safe and innocent and amazing way. And of course, social media has, brought so many other people closer to their fans and stuff. But you've been pioneering this shite
Forever.
forever, and so it's only natural that you would want to create a platform that would enable this to continue.
And I got to
Of
tell you
course I
guys,
do.
can I add one thing? She does this all by herself. Everything you see, every single, incredible record breaking moment that you see. This is, I don't know if I don't know when you sleep, if there's two of you, I don't know if there's a clone that comes out and does other stuff, but I don't know how you got many jobs. You got
I
12
have a
jobs.
great team member. I have a great collaborator and some other people, and we love everybody, but my point is they deserve a lot of credit. The people that know what they do, and we all know who I'm talking about, they need
Mhm.
to be revered and respected and thanked, honestly, because it's been a thing, and I start being like, wow, like sometimes we all nobody gets along, and sometimes people get very what's the word when you just get territorial. But I'm blessed to have several people in my life that have made me helped me rise to the top, like with the book, with the MC30, like all the things. And I'm like, I'm so thankful. But what I've always said is that this is the fans. And I'm not acting like, oh, I don't know how many people are on this call, 10 people, I don't know. But I'm not acting like, oh, I'm in front of a stage of a bunch of people and they're validating my existence. But the fact to even be able to talk to you guys, that's a thing that I don't think other people understand.
We really do appreciate it, Mariah. You're so, so generous. I've been lucky enough to meet you a few times in England, across the eras, across the years. You're so, so giving. You were doing this before social media, like you were just saying. And just right now with the Twitter space, it's so generous. We need to find ways in which more lambs can get involved. I don't know whether it's here or Clubhouse. I'm going to put it out there. I've got a YouTube channel dedicated to you. We have a podcast called
Okay.
Hey Lamb. We do live streams. Even in this room, Taz from Ireland is here. You know Taz. Taz has been on the
I do
podcast.
know
So
Taz. How's your
we
son,
love.
Taz?
Oh, he's
How's your
good, right? He
son?
turned 13, would you believe, last weekend. So we're dealing with a
What?
teenager now. Yes, it's
Oh,
crazy.
I kind of feel your pain, but
Shut, shut, shut,
I
shut,
think we
Thank
should
God
have.
he's
shut,
I think what
shut.
I
14.
would like to do, guys. What I would like to do is think on it and think about like a creative way where what it used to be was like I could just leave messages and then we could like talk to each other. People, the fans could talk about it. This is me pitching this to people that probably aren't listening. Twitter doesn't need me. They don't need me to say anything. They've been great. They don't need me. But my thing is, I would like it to be where I can call in, I can read something, I can feel something, I can be like, "Hey, I'm writing this thing right now and I'm thinking of you guys." Like, something.
We'd,
So
we'd love
so
that.
yeah, no, it could be really to me it's like a revolutionary thing because the artists shouldn't be kept away from their fans because of COVID and
Hmm.
because of like all the stuff we've had to go through because we can't see our fans directly. I
Yeah.
always did my meet and greets and I always did my stuff, and now it's not happening. And so it's just sad, but we're gonna make it work. It's made me in such the best creative space in my life. So we all know tomorrow is not promised, as they say in the Bible, but
Absolutely.
I just want to put that in your head because I'm doing the best I can
Listen,
Oh my gosh.
listen, Mariah, your best is better than most of what these other people's faves give, because I would say most of these girls' faves could never. Like what? Twitter spaces, especially if we don't know them. Listen, never, absolutely not.
Especially
Like,
if we don't know them is the key to that sentence.
Hi, Mariah. My name's Megan. I just wanted to say hi. I miss you. I miss going to your shows.
Hi, Megan.
Hi, I miss you so much. I miss going to your concerts. What do you see yourself coming back anytime soon?
So yeah, I'm doing this other thing that I can't really talk about it right now, but I think it would be kind of like, and look, this isn't a perfect world because the corporate morgue kind of dictates where you go. They're kind of like, well, you can do this, but that's beyond the realm of your possibilities. And so, we'll figure it out for you. So we love them and they're
Yeah,
great. Go ahead, Maxwell.
yeah, she's got a really an incredible idea, and I can't say it because I'd be shot dead if I walked out my door right now. But I just want to shout out, man, to Manchester. Shout out to Manchester because I know you're
Michael
from
Richardson.
Manchester.
Yay.
The Mancunians
Yay.
in the
He ain't up.
house.
He ain't up. He ain't awake. He ain't
I,
up.
I was talking about
You're dealing with
listen,
militant riot right
you
now.
guys
You got
are among
militant.
family. You can tell us stuff. Like, it's okay. You're among family here. You guys can go spill a little tea.
no, you know why? You know why she can't? You know why she can't tell? Because every time she does tell something, someone does it. So she has to keep it to
Oh,
herself and
you're
then
right.
do it.
You're right. You're right.
Just saying,
Right.
because it's happened a lot, right, Mariah?
A lot. Something new
A
got
lot.
unveiled just the other day. An unveiling. Time for the unveiling.
Exactly, but it's an incredible thing, and I'm so proud to know you. I've watched you throughout the years. I remember, being, walking. There's a place called Colony that was in New York City that used to have sheet music, and I would go in there, and then I would see these huge posters of you. And then, of course, long ago when there used to be record stores, there's this, yeah, there was this record store called Tower Records on Broadway and Fourth Street, and I remember walking by it,
Yes.
and and I'm looking at this picture, and I'm like, and then I hear the voice, and then I'm like, how is this voice coming out of this person? And it was one of those things that you're like going, okay, this is a teaching moment where you just can't judge a book by its cover, and you just have to really delve deep into the person's spirit. And then here we are, so many anniversaries, right,
Well,
Mariah?
I would say, not to cut
Anniversaries.
you off, Max, because I love you. And I was just listening to Ascension. I was like, yeah, when is that happening? Because we need to do that again. But
Yes, let's do it. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. So, we've been talking a lot, but we won't say much because we just want to make it happen and be great. And of course, it will be great. Of course, I am very scared of your voice because it is incredible. So, I'll probably be doing backgrounds or playing, a triangle or something. I don't know, something like that will be happening.
I'll take over the tambourine. I got you. In the background,
I think is Jermaine here? I think Jermaine's here.
Jermaine is not here unless he's me right now.
You have a lot of people on here. I can tell you right now. You got
Hi,
peeps.
Mariah. Hi. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Hi. Okay, so I'm Nina. I don't know. I've been to every Vegas residency that you've had. I've been a fan since forever. The first album I bought with my own money was Rainbow. So I'm an OG lamb, I like to say.
See, OG, we're the shepherds. These are the lambs. We are the
Yes.
shepherds. Period.
But we love you, and of course, we miss you so much. And I have not had the pleasure of meeting you, but someday. But we do want to know, will you be releasing anything else like you did with We Belong Together, where it was the late night mix? I still play that every day. It's amazing. I'd like something like that in the vein of Subtle Invitation. I'm just putting out a request. Don't know if that's appropriate.
Music, yes, absolutely. For the grown lambs.
Look at the love in here. This is incredible. Dang. Well, you earned it. You definitely earned all the love that you're receiving, Mariah. All the
Like
love.
those
1,000%.
flowers, sweetheart.
Yes.
Literally, while you're living, because so many of Mariah's contemporaries are gone way too soon, and we're not appreciating them until after they're gone. Michael, Whitney, Prince, like I like my biggest fear, and I say this as a like I say, I call myself an OG lamb. I might as well be a shepherd because I lead all the baby lambs. But like we spend so much time, like nobody ever wants to give Mariah the credit that she's due for the contribution she's had to modern music across all genres. So it's just really like we need to give her her flowers while she's living because she's the last of a dying breed. Because like all of her contemporaries are already gone. I won't say all, but a good portion of the really big ones are already gone. And
That's
we waited
true.
too
Yeah.
late to give them their flowers. So we might as well give Mariah's her, not hers now,
I
on every
mean,
I'ma
platform.
have to send you some flowers. Yeah, that's the
yes.
thing. Because like, yes, send all the flowers you want, but the flowers that I get, metaphorically speaking, are the
Mhm.
flowers of love that I get from the entirety of the lambs from all over the world. I would love who's moderating this thing? Who is moderating this thing?
That's me, Mariah. From Australia, Tim. Mariah Carey, Australia, the one
Tim,
with.
listen, can we make a date for like soon where we can do this for 15 minutes, however long, and
Yeah.
get people from all over the world, and maybe we'll give us a little tiny sneak preview of what's going on, because
Oh, wow.
I'm keeping it very close to the vest. But I just want to say, like, I really would love more interaction with my actual fans. I don't need the nonsense and the playing of the games, because I'm not having the games, to quote Miss Aretha
Period.
Franklin.
On
I'm
that
not having the
note.
Iconic.
games. Not having the games. But if people want to talk to me, I'm here, because I can't see people at shows anymore. I don't know what that is. And it was one of the things, if anybody here has read my memoir, that changed my life, because I have no real family other than rock and roll. And and you guys are the people that will consider themselves lambs. And so, you know, sometimes you get a little sad little mood, and everybody around you makes you feel like, not the greatest. And so it's always like you're searching for something that may never come, but it's going to come through the music. So that's what I'm hoping we all take away from this, that there's stuff coming, there's stuff on the way.
Well, please
Well,
just
Anytime you
know
need
that
a
we're
friend, we
always.
will be here.
We
Oh,
appreciate you
sorry.
so much, Mariah. Thank you for even giving us your time today.
So
Thank
nobody
you
has a
so much.
response to that. Did we cut everybody's mic, or we're just good?
No,
No,
no, we're good.
Twitter.
I mean, Tim is
Twitter
I
is
mean,
just.
Tim is the moderator. Like, I will show up. I have my notifications on. If you pop up in a space, I'm popping up in a space. So
Listen,
whatever
it is
you
3
want.
a.m.
Me
Okay,
too.
we are
Me too.
dedicated.
Can I
I
just
mean,
say?
Okay,
I
so
think there's
anybody
an
who wants to
issue.
be a true lamb, I'm up all night. Nighttime is the right time for me. So
I've been
3
up since
a.m.
5 a.m.
That's too late
listening.
for
I'm right
you.
there with
That
you.
we know you're probably not going to get to another one of these, but thank you for being on this one. Yeah, because we get it. 3 a.m. We know all that entails. But what I have always had with my lambs, which I don't know that anybody else could say they had, was like a pure, like an unconditional love, and that's something I've been lacking for my whole life. So I just
And
we'll
you
figure
have it
out the
here
music.
right now. You have it here right now, Mariah.
Who's that?
Unconditional
Maxwell
love.
again?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Max,
me.
you better call me after this, Max.
I'm
Hit part of the
hollering.
scene.
He
I
said, Max,
literally
call
just.
me too. Call me too.
No, call me, Max. You're the hit part of the scene. You want to be the hit part of the scene? Who's that group you're working with? Stanley and Morgo? I don't know who they are.
Who me?
Yeah, somebody Morgo. I don't know.
No, no, no. I'm working with Owen. I'm free. I finally got my own record company, which is kind of amazing.
You
Um, you
deserve it.
know,
You deserve it.
especially with Prince. You and I had talked about Prince for so many years and how he
Yeah.
had always been wanting to educate artists
He
about
wanted
how
artists to
they.
be free. He wanted artists to be
Yeah.
free. Yeah. And then we were like under his thing one night when he was like free MC, free JD. But it was a moment, and yeah, I'll never be able to live up to that what he was, but I look to him in a lot of ways and think about him. And anyway, I just want to say what I think is my special thing that I haven't been able to access in a while is a pure connection with the fans and with the lambs. And so I'm here while we're doing this process. I would love to create something very special. So Maxwell, let's do it. Let's go. Let's figure it all out. LaRon, whoever, let's go.
All right,
I'm
we
ready.
just want to say whatever you guys come up with at whatever time, the lambs are gonna be here.
Okay.
But I just want to say that since everybody's repping their countries, I'm representing the Bahamas lambs, and we
Hey.
know you
Okay.
love the Bahamas. So I'm just letting you know that you got love all through the islands as well. So just letting you know.
That's so
And,
Yeah, we
beautiful.
and I
definitely.
also want to say for all the lambs that are in my DMs right now, on behalf of myself and behalf of all of them, we are so grateful for an opportunity like this, because has to be, if I don't know why I've been awake since 4 a.m. Eastern, but I'm so glad I was, because I got the opportunity to be here. So we appreciate opportunities like this. So I hope you have bred a whole nother generation of vampires that are never going to sleep, waiting for you to get back on these
Not going to
spaces.
sleep. It's just during the day. It's just during the day. It's Gen V. It's Gen V.
Gen V.
That's what I'm in. I'm in my own Gen V. Anybody, Maxwell, you might as well join up, okay?
I'm
Because
up. I'm in
time keeps
here.
slipping into the future. Tell that one to your boy Amir. Time keeps on slipping. Okay.
Oh my God. I mean, sometimes I wonder and I ask myself, okay, I mean, do I like the, I know I love the music, but if there was a stand-up show, if Mariah could do her own comedy special, I think that would be pretty amazing, amazing
I
as
think it would be
well.
great too, and I could use you in different things. We could talk about all creative. But my point is, I've always wanted to do that since I did that with my cousins when I was little, and we were doing Mrs. Wiggins and doing these little things for Calvinet. But anyway, we love them, we miss them. People have kept me kind of away from them. That sucks. I'm gonna try and reach out to them. But yeah, so there's so many things that's gone on. I hope anybody who's on this call has read the book or listened to the book. But if not, let's, like, for the next time, I would love to have like a discussion about a chapter. Let's have it be, we'll know who's going to join, because Maxwell, he loves a surprise. He's like, surprise, here I am, you know. and, and
Did
so we
y'all
won't
did
have
y'all peep
surprises.
did y'all peep the whistle? You saw the whistle,
Yep.
right?
We listened. We heard. We peeped.
Maxwell, did y'all peep the falsetto? Did y'all peep the
I'm like,
falsetto? I
I
think
mean, I
y'all
don't
peeped
know.
that.
We
I
did.
don't know how you do that. Like, what is that? What?
That's not,
I
it's
just.
nothing. The main thing is, I'm going to close it out with this. I love you guys. I'm a
Yes.
recording artist. My best work is being done right now because I get to be in the studio like I was with Butterfly, like I was with Mimi. And here I am, and we're filming, we're doing some stuff. But you know what? If you guys want to build some excitement about it, that's cool. If not, you'll see it when you see it. And Maxwell, thank you for joining. I love you.
Got
I'll
to.
join you. I'll join your fans are not called lambs, right? What are your fans called?
I don't know. I don't know.
My
I
lamb
think they're
chose to be called.
there.
They
I
chose to be
think
called lambs.
I just, for me, I'm just grateful that people remember because, I'm always here and I go away and then I come back and then I'm like, damn, y'all remember? So I'm
I
grateful
know,
for
it's like,
that.
remember, and then I'm like, it's Christmas, and I'm like, wow, I'm writing this new thing, and it's not writing. I'm not writing it for, like, to try to make a hit. I'm writing it for where I'm at right now and how I feel,
Yes.
and so I'm just like being as real as possible. I'm being real AF for everybody in the lambs AF.
You always are.
No, but I'm really, I hope there's some real lambs on here that know
Uh,
that I really have always been that way.
Mariah, there are so many lambs here. The problem is that there are so many that I can't actually accept all the requests. So I don't want you to think that there was only 10 people here. There are actually thousands, I think.
Mhm.
So I think this just Twitter Space is just not as I don't know, compatible
Like
with what we're trying to achieve.
Agreed. Also, like I just have to give a moment for literally like when I say Mariah, since I got on here, my DMs have blown up. So there's love from the Philippines in here, love from New Zealand.
Yes.
So many people who
Yes.
cannot, who didn't have the opportunity that I have up here, like to say what I needed to say. So there's so much love here, and also I've
Yes.
gained like 150 followers since this thing started.
Mhm.
So we
Look
live,
at you. Look at you.
for these
Look at
land
you.
moments.
Look at you adding followers to people's lives.
Okay, the impact.
Heck,
Well,
Ryan. Just giving and giving. Just, expanding and giving so many people so much love. You know what it is. And I just can't thank you enough for being an inspiration for me as a quote unquote other, person in that way. And seeing how you forged through that and how you showed everybody. I remember that video I sent you with that wonderful girl that spoke about
yes,
just the
love that video.
that
I think you should post it.
yeah, somebody put like a trademark thing on top of it, and I figured like why not give her her full credit instead of having like somebody watermark her words and try to extend their I don't know, clickbait game, whatever they're trying to do out here. It's very
Right.
crazy for us out here because there's so many people who pretend to be you, who try to defraud people who are out here. I don't know if Mariah goes through this as much as I do, but I definitely sometimes have. I mean, I've spent thousands of dollars taking pages down because people are calling people who are suffering from cancer and pretending to be me and then trying to get money from them. So, there's a lot that this internet world needs to regulate eventually down the road. But
Yeah, and there's a
either
lot more that
way,
we can do for people that are suffering from lupus and from cancer and from
yeah,
all the things. And so when we do this Christmas's Apple special, which is happening and it's going to be very exciting. We haven't announced it yet. This is between me and the Lamely. Anybody that talks about it, you're not part of the Lamely. But the truth is, we're really, really, and they really care about making something that is inclusive and something that makes everybody feel festive and feel happy during the holidays. Because I grew up with too much sadness on the holidays, and I have resigned
same here.
myself to the fact that that will never happen to me again. So I don't want it to ever happen for anybody else again. So we're gonna make it happen, guys. We're gonna make the best of the best happen. I love you. Thank you for being on here with me. Next time, I want to have more intimate discussions and talk about favorite songs and talk about this and talk about that. But I was really missing my connection with the Lamely. I really, really was. And I felt like a little bit like I wasn't able to have that. And so you guys have to know that like the true diehard fans have validated my existence, which I said in the book, but you have the power to keep me going. And when you're here with me, I can keep going.
Well,
That's
we are
Right.
Well,
ready,
we
powerful.
thank you
Mariah.
so much for your time, your
Yes,
energy, your love. We love you so
we're
much.
ready
Thank you.
for book
Thank you,
club,
Mariah.
Thanks, Mariah.
Yes.
Thanks for
everything.
your
Appreciate
Also,
the
also,
time
before we
and
hop off, really quick, I got one DM. Maxwell. Apparently, your fans are called the Max Fam. Just thought you should know.
Oh, okay, okay, all right, okay, all right. Because that actually is makes a lot more sense, and Mariah knows more about this than anybody in the world about how I grew up and what my experience as a young man was, and it's very similar. I keep a lot of that to myself because I figure maybe there's a time and a place for that down the road. But reading her book and talking to her throughout these years, Mariah's always had my back. Like very early on, from the first record to the second album, she would always say, "Hey, watch out for that one. That one does this. Watch out for this one. They do that." And yeah, get close to that one because you don't understand how protective she is, not only to her fellow musicians and her fellow colleagues and artists and friends, but to you guys. And now I feel like I'm a lamb. I'm down. I'm a lamb. I'm down with the fam a lamb.
The family.
We love a crossover moment.
So blessings to you all. Mariah, thank you for like unmuting my mic or to the host. And I can't believe this happened because I just woke up and I didn't really just wake up. I've been up. So
I was like, okay, are you sleeping? Okay.
and then I looked at my Twitter and I was about to post something about getting the second shot so people can, get vaccinated, whether they want to or not, their business. But I'm promoting that I've done it. And here I am in the midst of all of these beautiful lambs and these shepherds and these butterflies, and it's beautiful. And I can't thank you enough, Mariah, for letting me speak when this is your platform, really. And God bless you all. Stay safe and know that we're gonna get to the end of the light and into the light at this tunnel that we've been walking through. So blessings and love. Mariah, you have the floor. I'm gonna leave you to speak your piece to your
Mariah has
peeps.
exited the building already. She did a quick exit.
Okay. All right.
She
Well.
went stage left.
Okay. Well, I have no purpose here then now. So
No,
God
we love
bless
you,
you
Maxwell.
all.
Yeah, we do. Like,
Yes, we do
good
love you,
night.
Maxwell.